Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again. Matt at the cabin. Kind of a different video. I'm doing a nighttime walk here and I'm down by the river. So we'll see how it goes. But I want to discuss tonight the topic of quality over quantity, right? So in recovery, I think all need to focus as we're overcoming addiction and things like that on quality over quantity. And I think there's three big ways where this is important for all of us. The first big way is just the day-to-day stuff in our sobriety and our recovery. The second big way is going to be with our relationships. The third is going to be with our professional life and our time. So in the first one, quality over quantity, I think we need to just think about our day-to-day sobriety and how we achieve our goals every single day. It's a day at a time for a particular reason. And I think if we focus on that, the quality of each day, one day to the next, to the next, to the next, then we can accomplish some of our goals. And all of a sudden that one day turns to 30 days, turns to 3 months, turns to 9 months, right? Whatever the case may be. And then it becomes a year, 2 years. So each day you have to try to make it the best possible day in terms of the quantity, the quality that you're looking for. And it's not necessarily a numbers game, because if your numbers game is just your number of days that you want to become sober, or you want your addiction to be defeated, then you kind of lose track of the journey. And that's the best part about it. The journey and the day-to-day things that you'll experience, the quality of your life, how it will improve so much. All of those things I think are way more important than just ticking off days on a calendar and making sure that you do one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. So that's just overall the quality of each day and how successful you can make each day, and focusing on the best parts of each day and waking up and frankly just being ready to go each day. And then the next thing in terms of quality is going to be your relationships, right? So your relationships are super important. And I've talked about this before. It's not necessarily going to be, it's not going to be the quantity of your relationships that are going to be important in recovery or sobriety. It's going to be the quality of those relationships. So along the way, if you choose to be healthy and you choose to be sober and you choose to ditch your addiction to alcohol or others, and your friends or your family members don't match up with those new goals and your new healthy lifestyle, then for sure you need to figure out which people you want to surround yourself with and which people you're okay not to surround yourself with. And that really so much comes into the quality of those relationships. Doesn't matter if it's your friends, if it's your kids, your spouse, your partner, whatever the case is. You want to be able to surround yourself very much with high quality people that are going to share in your goals. And it's not the number of people that you have. It's not the number of friends that you have or the number of family members that you have. That old way of thinking has to be left by the wayside. And essentially, what you need to think about is you are defined by the company that you keep. And if you keep great company and you make sure that the company you keep is important to you and they're high quality people, they're going to support you with your goals and what you're trying to do. So always make sure that the people around you are high quality people and that they're going to support you with basically what you're trying to accomplish, right? And if that means giving up some friends because they still want to live that old lifestyle of going out and partying and drinking and doing the things that you've decided not to do, then that's what it kind of means. It means to kind of give that up. If it means that you kind of have to break away with some family members who, just might not understand what you're trying to do in your life, then that's kind of what it's going to mean, unfortunately. So make sure your relationships, especially in the early stages of recovery are of very high quality. You have their back, they have your back. They care about you and what you're trying to do. You care about them, you trust them 100%. Those are the most important things in terms of your relationships. The next is going to be your professional life. So if you're not satisfied with your professional life, and your professional life is a stressor for you, you know, you don't look forward to going to work, work is going to be frustrating for you, you know, you're not getting out of work what you need to get out of it, you don't feel useful, you don't feel like you're challenged or that you have a good benefit of things, then that lack of quality in the workplace is going to mean it's going to make it more difficult for you, right? You're going to have more stressors, and that is going to make recovery a lot more challenging. And it's going to just make overall your status of your life a lot more stress. So I think the most important thing in terms of your professional life is that you find a way to have a purpose with your work. And you surround yourself at work with the people that you believe in and that believe in you and those types of things. So the quality of your job is going to be way more important than the quantity of money you make. That's never what it's about. So don't worry about making money. Don't worry about the grass is always greener. You really need to focus in on simply making sure that the work that you do is quality work and you feel good about it, and it doesn't add to the stressors in your life. And then lastly, and the most important one, is going to be time. So time is one of the best assets or values that you can think of, right? And your quality of time is one of the most important things in recovery from alcohol. And I think, you know, some people maybe downplay that a little bit, maybe don't focus on that enough, but time is such a valuable asset, and you need to really make sure that the time that you have is of high quality. Time is a limited resource, so we need to make sure that the time that we have for ourselves, to take care of ourselves, to keep ourselves healthy, to do the things that we want to do, is going to be very protected, and that we are going to value that time. And so that's what number one in terms of time. The other thing is you want to surround yourself with great people with the time that you have. And the quality of time is something that you really, really have to guard, and you really have to make sure that you value that time. You have to balance your professional life and being successful there with your personal life. If you don't do that, your professional life is, you know, in the drain, and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and it's kind of shitty, then guess what? Your personal life is going to be the same way. And if your personal life isn't in order, and you're not taking care of yourself, or you're not taking care of the people around you that love you, and you're not healthy, then your professional life, no shot. So really, really focusing on the time that you have available to yourself, and guard that time and be selfish with it. It's okay to be selfish with your time. So I think the quality over quantity is something that is very important in terms of your day-to-day recovery, in terms of the relationships and the people around you. You want high quality people around you. That's important. In terms of your professional life, you definitely want to make sure that in your professional life you're doing the things that you want to do and that give you purpose and value. And then lastly, most importantly, is your time. Guard your time. Make sure your time's important to you. High quality stuff. So different type of walk tonight, kind of in an urban area, but I figured I would do something a little different. And that's okay, right? I wanted to explore and change it up a little bit. So I always end with this. If you need help, find your local AA chapter, go to Smart Recovery, or download the Meeting Guide app. It's a great way to make sure that you're getting the help that you might need. All those things are going to be important to you. And take care of yourself, get high quality people around you, focus on high quality time. One day at a time, you're going to make it happen. Goodbye for now.